All right, let's see who shows up today. As always, with the black coffee. All right, we're on. Hello, if you're just tuning in, here we go. North Country Girl, hello. Are you the always online? North Country Girl is always on YouTube. Where did you get this notification? Did you get an email? Did it pop up on your phone? Curious to how YouTube let you know. God, this extra lighting does nothing for my eyebrows over here. I cut my eyebrows every like 3 days. I'm constantly cutting them like a freak, and they just grow and grow and grow. Hello, hello. Yes, if you're just tuning in, where are you? What state you in? What country? Where in the world are you? Where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? And it's going to take a few minutes here for YouTube to put this feed out amongst the world. So let's see where it goes. And we're just popping on today just to hang out, just to say what's up. It's Sunday. I've been coming live on the weekends here. Just to chat, just to hang out. And we'll see what happens. What's going on in your head, North Country Girl? Listen to any meditations this week? Listen to any audios, videos, anything caught your eye, your attention, your interest? And if you're just tuning in, hello, welcome. Let us know in the comments where you are, what state, what country. Actually, say anything in the comments, because that's what this crazy world has come to. Engagement. If there's no engagements, you get thrown to the bottom of the internet. And if you have engagement, whether it's good or bad, you get tossed to the highest mountain. Yeah, meditation seriously needed. Yeah, it's needed for everyone. Yeah, listen to the, I have a couple short ones up. I think there's 3 of them. They're under 5 minutes. They're just on mindfulness, but they kind of just bring you back to the moment really quickly. There's a bunch of techniques and things that go on in those videos. So make sure to check those out. Just type in Paul Santisi mindfulness. I think there's 2, 3, maybe 4 of them. I can't remember. I create so many of these things, I can't keep up. What else is going on in your world? What else is going on in your world, everyone? If you're just tuning in, where are you? What state, what country? Chime in, comment, say something. It actually helps more than you would imagine for the world of the algorithm. Apparently, they're going to be implementing all new algorithms. And apparently, moving forward, subscribers don't mean anything anymore. Following means nothing. Previous watch time is going to mean nothing. Is that Wendella Jobson? Holy smokes. Hey, Wendella. Wendella's been around a very long time. Wendella is awesome. Hello, Wendella. And so everything now, it's all about engagement. So a lot of you, including myself, we're going to see some posts like you post 5 videos and they get some views, a couple hundred here or there, and then some videos will just explode. And then you'll go back to like what you think is nothing, and then it will explode. So all the algorithms now, they're all just going to be purely based on engagement and consumption, because the one goal of social media sites now is ads, and that's it. So on one side of the scale, that's kind of annoying, because everyone that built up a following doesn't really mean anything anymore. But on the other side, the chance to be seen and to be pushed randomly, quickly, for whatever reason that is, it's also there. So we'll see how that goes. And just like everything else, everything is a guess and a test in the world of existence, right? That's how you find out things. You guess and then you test. You guess and then you test. That's what makes the world spin. Yes, Wendela, hello. Where have you been? Wendela, where have you been? Where else are you tuning in from? Anywhere. Where are you in the world? What state, what country, what province? Any questions you have, comments, observations, anything you want to dive into, let me know. If we can engage in some type of quick conversation, be more than happy to do that. And everyone, too, make sure you go check out the new PaulSantisiUniverse.com. PaulSantisiUniverse.com. Get a whole bunch of free audios, downloads. It's the new home, everything Paul Santisi. And, finally, we took everything and put it into one site where before everything was its own individual site. So now everything's all in one place. So free downloads, audios, videos, interviews, meditations. I mean, everything and anything you can imagine. Divine Light Consciousness, hello. Hello, hey Paul, hey you. Hello. Hello. Anyone, question, comment, observations, what can we talk about? Wendela is in Sweden on a train back home to Stockholm. Wow, excellent. I remember years ago, Wendela, you were telling me about your trip to Orlando in Florida. I remember you telling me that. Stress. All right, listen, everything is a stress, all right? Like me taking a sip of this coffee, it's actually creating a stress on the body because it has to go to work to identify the liquid, to know what to do with it, how to process it, right? Everything is a stress. So, again, this world is nuts these days. So we just always got to get back to the moment. And I know it's tough, because we are so conditioned to operate on these artificial deadlines. Pay this bill by this day. You owe me this money on that day. If you don't give this money to me on this day, blah, 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 blah. It's the same in relationships. If you don't call me at 8 o'clock, you didn't call me back. You were late for work. You got to go home. You can't come in tomorrow. Why are you here? It drives you nuts. Again, it's just getting back to the moment like we are. We're all in the moment right now, and that's the only place to be. If you know a movie I watched last night, I don't watch too many movies at all, maybe 1 or 2 a year, but I kept seeing little clips for this on social media. It was the movie Passengers with the guy from Jurassic Park and the Marvel movies. What's his name? I can't remember all these Hollywood people. Chris Pratt and the blonde girl. I think she does Marvel too. Jennifer Lawrence. Passengers from 2016. You should all go check out that movie. I actually thought it was pretty good. It's a spacecraft that is taking 5,000 people to a new planet to develop this planet, and it's 120 years away. So everyone's asleep in these pods. And then this giant spacecraft gets hit by this asteroid, which causes a glitch. And then Chris Pratt wakes up, and he lives on this craft by himself for over a year. And then he's lonely. So then he picks one of the people in the pods that are asleep, and he wakes her up, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give the movie away. But he woke up too early. They still had like 90 years before they got to their final planet. So that means that they were going to die before they got to the destination. It's decent. It's not bad. You guys should watch it. I think you got to watch it. Tubi, that app Tubi has it free, and Tubi is free, so you can get the app. And I'm not endorsing Tubi. I don't even know who owns it, but that's where I found it. Divine Light Consciousness, I'm currently working on healing subconscious beliefs when it comes to rejection and abandonment issues with thinking of hypnosis meditation to help reprogramming. Yeah, I mean, everything is a great tool to help you, but ultimately it's just really making a decision, right? You got to make the fucking decision that no one can make me feel bad unless I let them, that my emotions only belong to me, right? Now, that sounds good coming from me with that tone, but totally internalizing that to live in that moment, that can be very tough. But that's what we have to do. Our thoughts and emotions only belong to us, and no one can make us feel bad unless we let them make us feel bad. And sometimes it's a real hard gut check to remind us to get back into that mindset, because everything is mindset. Everything is mindset, and then intention is everything. And intention is the direction of the mindset in a way that you desire to want to experience mentally, emotionally, physically, whether it's character traits, whatever it is for you. So, intention is everything. And remember, no one can make you feel bad unless you let them make you feel bad. It sounds easy, but there's layers to that onion, for sure. Wendell, did I? I don't remember that. I'm going there this summer. Yeah, Wendell, you told me how you went to Orlando and you were telling me you went on a boat and you were with your dad. I remember you telling me the story years ago. Divine Light, I'm going to watch it. When I hear a movie randomly like this, it's a sign. Yeah, it's called, I already forgot. The Passengers. Chris Pratt and the blonde girl. I already forgot her name. Jennifer Lawrence. I think it was from 2016. I think it's me hurting me. Yeah, because we're allowing the emotions of the past to affect how we feel in the present. So yes, like audios and videos and the things that I've created and the meditations and the clearing audios and all that stuff, they're wonderful tools that will bring you to the promised land in the moment. But it's up to us to push, to keep reminding ourselves that no one can make us feel bad unless we let them make us feel bad. And remember, the only difference between you and anyone else is the size of your dream and time. The only reason other people seem to have what you think you might want some days because they made a decision before you did. They stuck with it longer and they did things consistently. Then they got the result that you think you need to feel like you think they feel. Because in the end, they're really not that happy either. I mean, honestly, let's just be honest with each other on that one. I'm watching Severance on Apple TV. Heavy stuff, but I highly recommend. I'll have to check that out, Severance. I very rarely get into these series, and it's not because I don't like them. It's because I will become obsessed with them. So if there's like a show with like 150, 200 episodes, I need to consume everything. So I just avoid them at all costs. I think the last series I watched was Lucifer. Remember Lucifer? It was like that drama comedy cop with the devil and the police and all that. That show was pretty good. But after that, I definitely have taken a break from the TV, and I think that ended 2-3 years ago. That was a good one though. Lucifer, it's funny. In the first episode of Lucifer, they actually give you accurate information on how things work. Then the second what's it called? See, the second year, whatever it's called. I don't even watch these things enough to know. I sound like a moron. But then they kind of took away the truth. And by the third and fourth season, it was just all made up. But the first 2 seasons are full of a lot of truth. Let's see what we got here. Wendell, they have nice parks and good rides in Orlando. Yep, you got Disney, Universal. There's everything up there. Yeah. I'm not too far from there now. I'm a couple hours. I'm down south. I'm closer to Miami. And I got to tell you, Florida, it's a great place to visit and leave. But when you live amongst the Florida, it's an adjustment from New England. It is a big adjustment. Anyone else? Question, comments, observations? What else can we dive into, talk about? What else? You guys want to know the successful mental cycle? I've been reminding myself of this the last week. Success builds confidence. Confidence creates activity. Activity creates results. And results create success. And when you can connect all those elements, that's when you're in the zone. You're in the vortex. You're feeling good. You're manifesting. There's no resistance. That's when you're the magnet of attraction. But getting there, if one of those steps is out of whack, it doesn't flow. So success builds confidence. Confidence creates activity. Activity creates results. And results create success. And where the block for most people is activity creates results. Activity creates results. Activity creates results, because in that pocket, we're not focused on the why anymore of what we want, and why we think we want it. We're actually in the how to do, and how equals doubt. So getting that momentum cycle going can be a little tricky at first, but once you do it, that's really when you're in the vortex that Esther Hicks talks about. And that just means you're feeling good most of the time, because you're in perpetual motion of achieving your dreams, right? Let's see. Yes, I felt rejected because I have 3 kids and the person didn't have kids and wants to build his own family. And I got to trigger my abandonment issues and rejecting, but I know I'm not rejecting. Yeah. But again, too, you got to remember, everyone has their own free will, and it's, people with children aren't everyone's cup of tea. Some people look forward to it, others don't. It's nothing on you, because it's who you are and what you have in this moment. It's what you come with. So it's okay if it doesn't line up with everybody. In time, the right person will come along where it will be a perfect fit. So I wouldn't say that's an abandonment, really. He's just not into that for himself. And that's okay, because everyone has free will. Remember, everybody has free will. Repeat what? Success builds confidence. Confidence creates activity. Activity creates results. And results create success. Success builds confidence. Confidence creates activity. Activity creates results. Results create success. That's the success momentum cycle. And, divine light, people are tricky these days. They're gone, man. Their brain, people are nuts, man. People are crazy. I mean, I have neighbors, they'll address me by name, stand in my driveway and talk to me. And then I see them out in town at the store and I say hi and they look at me and they don't even recognize me. It's like, I live across the street. What is wrong with you? Well, oh, you do? Well, where do you live? I've been your neighbor for 4 years. You talk to me in my driveway and you don't recognize me 3 miles away at the supermarket? Please, you guys, don't take nothing personally. The mental psyche of the human collective is freaking smoked right now. For those of us who are awake and who can observe and who are aware and that have memory of who we meet and what we say and what they say, and expect any type of human loyalty or appreciation back for anything we offer or do, we're the delusional ones. We're the ones sick in the head, and we're the ones with the problem. Please take none of this out here personally. It'll drive you nuts. It'll drive you absolutely nuts. Whew. Listen, I hear it. I hear you guys loud and clear, man. I hear it. I hear you. I feel you. I'm trying to feel gratitude. Yeah, I know. That's another one. Yeah. Let me be still. You wake up and you look at your phone. Oh, yeah. Let me be thrilled about all those emails, right? You got to be. You got to return to the basics. Remember, the masters in life are the people who master the basics better than anyone else. And when you master and focus on the fundamentals, that makes you a master. That's what makes you an expert. It's focusing on the basics and the fundamentals more than someone else. There is no advanced information. The advanced information is understanding the principles of the fundamentals, of the gratitude, of the self-reflection, of the no one can make me feel bad unless I let them make me feel bad, to live in the moment, to have your own, your thoughts and your emotions and your cognitions and your inspirations and your feelings. They're only in your head. They only belong to you. No one else can see them or feel them like you do. And too many of us, too, we tell other people what we're going to do. I'm going to do this business. I'm going to do this next. I'm going to make this audio next. And even though if these people say, go for it, that's going to be amazing, subconsciously people want you to succeed, but they don't want you to succeed more than them. So they're actually, the more you tell people what you're going to do before you do it, you're just letting in huge amounts of resistance and doubt from other people. And I'm not saying they do it consciously, but subconsciously, you're allowing that in. So the key is just to shut up, shut your mouth, get it done, post it, print it, ship it, do what you need to do first. Then when others see it or respond to it or reply or offer their opinion about it, that energy isn't anywhere near that product of creation that came from you. And that's very, very important. No one does that because everybody wants to brag to the world of what they're going to do and who they're going to become. No one cares. They don't even care when you do it. So keep it to yourself. Get it done. Post it. Publish it. Do what you're going to do. Then their opinion can't permeate your feeling in your creation process to what you're offering. Does that make sense? Like I never tell anyone what I'm creating next. I create it and I post it. Boom, done. Then the outside world's opinions can't permeate or penetrate. Too many people ask everybody what they should do. I know people that ask a simple thought. They'll call 30 people. Then they just get super confused. Then they make a dumb decision or never make a decision at all. I had a friend of mine. He just wanted a freaking new TV. And he asked everyone, what TV, what brand, what should I buy? It took him a year and a half to buy a freaking TV. And then as soon as he got it, he said, I should have got this other one that I wanted all the time. You got hung up for a year and a half on a TV? I don't get it. Baby Blue Note. Let's see. I listened to your meditation videos back in 2008 or 9. I loved them. Once I had an OBE when I was 18. Do you have videos on how to do anything OBE at will? Yes, good question. I have a lot of astral projection meditations, and a lot of them I put up recently in the last few months to a year. Go listen to, I believe it's called Astral Dream. That's astral projection through a lucid dream. I have Astral Portal. That one's extremely popular. That's, we create this portal and we kind of just go into the astral realm through the portal. Then there's Astral Mirror, and that uses a technique that I developed on my own many years ago that I finally recorded and shared back out with you. But listen to those three: Astral Portal, Astral Dream, and Astral Mirror. And I believe there's multiple versions of each one. So there's the original, like 2 or 3 hours. Then there's some that are like 6 hours. I even think there's a couple that are 8. So yeah, check those out. Yeah. Those are great. Astral Portal is really extremely popular these days. That one's taken off in the world of YouTube algorithms. Divine Light, I'm scared to try to astral. Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just set your intention. And in my meditations, we do protections and we do all that good stuff. And just remember, if you do come across any energies or entities or whatever that annoy you or that get you upset, you're always in control and you always have more power. So what I do in those moments, if you ever come in life, dreaming, consciousness, whatever it is, if you ever come across entities that or things you're not liking that you're seeing with your eyes closed, right? We all see things. Just confront it, stare them in the eye, and lock your eyes on them like this, and they will fade away because you always have the power. Always. Always. Thanks, Paul. Yes, I didn't take it personally. Totally understand where he was coming from. Trigger my feeling. I wasn't accepted, but I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Yes, you are not everyone's cup of tea, and you will never be everyone's cup of tea, but you will be the perfect cup of tea for one person, for that person, or for a couple people. I'm not everyone's perfect cup of tea by any stretch. But for some, a lot of people really like me. Some tell me I sound like a cheesy used car salesman. Whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to do it today. Leave the New England ice store. Awesome. My old stomping grounds, New England. Where are you in New England, Baby Blue? What state are you in? Where are you? I came down here to Florida from Boston. And, yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah, that's where I came from. And I was up on the North Shore. It's different up there. You know, down here, everything's new. Everything's on a line. Everything's kind of straight. You really can't get lost. Not like up there where you can get lost and end up somewhere crazy. Down here, you really can't. It's built on that grid. Everything's just kind of left, right, up, and down. Boston, oh, I miss Chinatown. I miss my hot pot buffet. I miss the bakeries in the North End. I miss the real Chinese food. There's no Chinese food in Florida. Even the best sucks. It's not like it is up there. Good Harbor. Yep. Gloucester. Went Good Harbor my whole life. Yep. Used to walk out to the island on low tide, right? At the beach. And you get the hot dogs at the hot dog stand. Yeah. Used to love Good Harbor. Used to go there all the time. Went there all the way through after high school. I even think into college. We'd grab bottles of whiskey and we'd go there at dusk and we'd dig a hole and we'd start a little fire or something or bring music and you just sit there and drink as the sun went down. Then all the other college kids would come out and do the same. Yeah. Yep. I like going down to Rockport too. I got friends down in Rockport, going down the street there a little bit. Oh yeah, I had a lot of good times in Gloucester, Massachusetts. A lot of parties back in the day. Don't know how I got there, where I woke up, but yeah, had a lot of good fun out there. Yeah. Nonsense, you got the perfect voice. Yeah. To some people I do. To others, they tell me I sound like a cheap used car salesman, which is that's funny. Yeah, a lot of Italians in Gloucester. Yes. Wendela, I've had a tough year, been feeling depressed now for a while, and I need your prep talks. I just thought of you today, and I was going to listen to your meditation. Now you're live. Telepathy. Yep, there you go, Wendela. Dialing in. Edward Hopper painted at Good Harbor. Yeah. That's where I came from up there. And, elements I miss, elements I don't miss. I mean, I like the warm weather is amazing, but I miss the topography, the hills, the trees. Down here, it's just, you can just see as far as your eye can go. And I do miss the hills and the mountains, and that's the terrain. Down here, it's just sand and palm trees. I want to move there, the rocky shore, yeah. Although the beaches, the water down here is much, much warmer. But at least in Good Harbor, it's cold, but you didn't have to worry about anything biting you or any undertow killing you. Down here, the undertow, you'll be ankle deep, and the undertow will just take you out and kill you. If you don't know, so many people die weekly from the undertow out here. And then never mind the critters in the ocean and the fish and the sharks that will bite you if you survive the undertow, because then you'll be out beyond the wave line, right? Yeah. Yeah, used to go to Long Beach, used to go to Singing Beach. Yeah. Yeah, I liked those beaches. Gloucester, Singing Beach. Well, where was that? What's on the other side of Beverly Farms? Over there was that beach. It's been a while. Yeah. I almost died in an undertow on my honeymoon. Yeah, down here, there's flags everywhere. So if you ever come to Florida, the undertow will try to get you, and it'll grab you in ankle-deep water. But basically, hold your breath, let it take you out, don't fight it, and then once you can kind of move, once it lightens up, either swim left or right, and then come back to shore. That's your Florida survival life tip. Winger Chic. Yes, Winger Chic. Winger Shack. Chic, I think. Winger Chic. Yep. Yeah, I grew up with all those beaches. Yep. Those are cool beaches. You could always find crabs and sea life and things like that. Anyone else? What else can we dive into? I like coming live. I just come live in the moment to have a conversation. I don't come live to make a point or talk about much. I think it's Winger Chic. That's how I always said it. Winger Chic Beach, Winger Chic. So what else? Anything else that I should record? I did a couple little short talks I put up this week. If you check those out. Let's see. Well, I don't even remember what they were called. But the last two videos, they're like 5-6 minutes, little opinion rants, I guess we can call them. What else? Anyone else? What can we talk about? What else is on your minds? Maybe I'll go to the beach today. Maybe. What else can we talk about? Someone throws something at us. Someone have a question, comment, point, observation, story. Anyone make anything good lately? Anyone have any good bread recipes? Anybody cook anything fun? Anyone going out to eat today? Anywhere good? Do I astral travel a lot? I wouldn't say I do it a lot, but I do it frequently. I mean, I don't consciously try nearly as much as I used to try, but a lot of times I'll slip into that phase. I would say, what are we in February? I think the last astral projection I did was in November. I would say around November-ish. Yeah. Every night I put something different into my head. Some nights I just fall asleep to tones. Sometimes it's just like bells or solfeggio frequencies. Other times I'll listen to my own meditations. Other times I'll create some type of audio with certain commands that just for myself. Sometimes I like just white noise or green noise or pink noise. Sometimes I just like to fall asleep to the constant hum of something. Sometimes I just focus on my ceiling fan. It's focusing on your ceiling fan will get you in between that conscious and subconscious state. I mean, pretty magically. I mean, we all have a fan going. Just focus on the hum of the fan. It's like when you focus on an ohm, it's kind of like the same thing. The Lorenzo Racing Team. Hey, Paul, thanks for everything. The projections have helped with going through life. It helps with centering myself. Yeah, especially, too, when you do some type of projection or have a dream that's kind of like out of what you're used to, it opens up a magical door of clarity, right? Of curiosity, I should say. And that curiosity is really special to hold on to because that's how you can kind of keep evolving because you're not pushing it away. You're not giving it resistance. You're giving it wonder and curiosity and amazement, and you're letting it in because you're absorbing it. I can't recall an OBE so powerful as one I had with 18. Yeah, sometimes remember in the astral world there is no time and space. You're just in that moment, right? Like I've said for years on these lives and on the meditations, if you ever want to astral project, meet me at Epcot in Florida, and I'll be in front of the ball there, whatever the name of that big ride is. I'll be standing right there. So come see me and we'll go hang out. And a lot of people have, because I've did that in one of my projections. So that energy is there to tap into, right? Kind of like a mastermind thought process. So any of you could, in the astral state, go, oh, let me go see Santisi at Epcot, and I'll be there, right? So that doesn't mean that we have to both do it tonight. I could have already done it 3 years ago. You could do it 20 years from now, but then we could still talk about that experience and have similar details when that lines up. Yeah, so don't worry about it. I recall speaking to the Council of Light. Yeah, the light. Man, I've battled that. I've battled that light a couple times. It's come down on me, and I've had to. Yeah, it's a crazy world in that astral realm. I got to go check your podcast I started last time. Yeah, there's two. I have one, Beyond Your Body. That's all about astral projection. It's on YouTube. Just type in Beyond Your Body podcast. I think there's 9 episodes. I have 10 and 11 ready to go. I just didn't upload them yet. Check those out. It's all about astral projection and lucid dreaming, and we dig into all sorts of concepts and techniques that, obviously I can't talk about everything on every meditation. But yeah, everyone go make sure you check that out too. That's a good point. Beyond Your Body podcast. It's all about astral projection. It's Sunday. I am chilling. Yes. Sunday chill day. Wendela, do you have tips on how to generate good feelings when everything feels meaningless and that things used to make me feel good but don't anymore? Yes. Good one, Wendela. You got to think about what makes you feel good now. Because remember, your plans change, but decisions don't, right? So you always need to be in a state of modifying your desires and dreams. Like a lot of people, I want a new motorcycle. I want a motorcycle. And then they realize, I don't want a motorcycle. I want a freezer full of prime rib steak. And that just becomes what they want to think about. So don't think that just because you put something on your dream list or your want list that you can't change it. It actually works better if you're constantly changing it. So if you make your initial list of the things you want, and then when you're reviewing it the next day, you realize, I really don't want that. I want this. Oh, I kind of think about it. I might want that. You're constantly modifying that list. That's the key. Because if we have our goals and dreams of 10 or 15 things and nothing's coming in quick enough, sure, we get depressed. We get pissed off. We're like, but why? Why think about it? Nothing's happening. Because we're just thinking about the wrong thing at the wrong time. So when you modify your list, little poof, like little pieces of popcorn going off, and that will be your piece of it, your piece of excitement for that new goal. Then that gives you something to think about. Then when you think about it, you'll feel better than what you're thinking about right now. Thinking you should be thinking about that to feel good, but it's making you feel bad. Just change your list. Plans change, but decisions don't. Plans change, but decisions don't. How do you think we can start listening to our own intuition more? Good one. When you get a feeling, and if you're like, oh, why am I getting that feeling? That's not lining up with what I'm thinking about or what I should be doing. Just ask yourself why. Why? Go into the why and ask yourself why 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 150 times, 600 times. And eventually that why will turn into knowingness. Then that intuition will give you the clarity and the drive for whatever it is for you. Ask yourself why in those moments. And get out of your head too. Get into your feelings. When you know why, then like-minded thoughts will follow. A lot of people think they have to change their thinking and they change their feeling. And they got to change how you feel. And then like-minded thoughts, it goes this way. Right? A lot of people think it goes this way. No. It goes this way. It goes this way and it goes out. Right? Whew. Whoosh. I feel good. Now thoughts why. I feel good. More reasons why. Like creates like. So when you get your feelings in alignment, like-minded thoughts will follow to keep you feeling better and better. They're better now. Fantastic. Baby Blue. Let's see. Got to listen to that? Yes, you do, Wendela. Beyond Your Body podcast, 8 or 9 episodes are up. They're about 20 minutes each. I kept them kind of short. I really don't know what I want. That's the thing. Yeah, so just take the pressure off yourself. Just chill, sing, play an instrument, make a new song. It'll come to you. Work on feeling better, and then the thoughts will come to you, Wendela. That's basics. The mastering the basics 101 right there. And listen, I'm not perfect at this. I'm constantly reminding myself to do this all the time, especially over the last 4 years. It got a little more chaotic to be in full self-aware control mode. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of you. There's nothing wrong with any of us. We're just going through a moment in time collectively, and there's a lot of similarities. A lot of us are saying the same thing over and over again. And you know why? Because it's driving us crazy because we can't figure it out. And we know that years ago when we had a thought or a desire and we thought about it, it was like, boom, it came in instantly. It came in instantly. It came in instantly. And then we kept doing that and things change and things shift. We're just in a new unit of time right now. And we just got to keep going. Inch by inch, life's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's really friggin' hard, right? And knowing what you want, it's, you might just want a good steak, Wendela. You might just want a bucket of fried chicken and a glass of wine, right? Doesn't have to be a home or a thriving business or a Grammy or whatever it is. Sometimes I just want a cup of coffee and a piece of friggin' bread. And I want to be left alone. I want to shut my phone off and hear nothing in my head except myself for 10 minutes. Sometimes it's really just returning to that grassroots stuff, It's actually living in the grassroots stuff is really the magic. Are you saying this live? Yes, Divine Light. I am live right now. Yes, I am live. Can you speak about the move from 3 to 5D? I want to skip 4D. Just stay in the moment and define desires. Then you can go through as many Ds as you want. I operate so much in my head, overthink everything. Yeah, I know. Because we're designed to. We're not designed to. We're taught to. We're taught to think and to problem solve, not to feel our way through life. You got to just really return to feeling. Feeling. And again, I'm not no expert at this. I'm aware of it, and I always remind myself to do it, and we all can. Got to get out of your head. And you gotta smush the rats in your head. The rats of the doubt. The rats of the insecurity. The rats are the negative voices that live in your head. You gotta kill the rats. And you feeling good is the rat poison for your mind. And then that's how you flip that switch. I tend to move through many Ds when I walk. Yeah, you can go through as many Ds as you want. I mean, waiting for the rest of the world to catch up to 4D, 5D, 6D. I mean, if everybody was there, none of us would know because we'd all be there, right? It's the same as like if you were never sad and upset and pissed off, you wouldn't know what it was like to be happy. And if you were always happy, you wouldn't know you were happy because you wouldn't know what it was like to be pissed off. So we need that. Our emotional system. The key is just to do our best to work on feeling better as often as we can. Because I mean, this world loves to kick the shit out of us any chance it gets. You know, this is a good talk too, because it's like, oh my God, he's not all ice cream and rainbows. Oh my God, like he's not like just telling us everything is perfect. It's not. It's never meant to be. Human life ain't that way. So all these gurus and all these shamans, I honestly, I don't understand these gurus and shamans. They talk so esoterically, and they want you to think that maybe someday if you listen to them long enough, you'll be like them, but they don't explain at all how to be like them. Like I've given more nuggets of gold in returning to the fundamentals of consciousness and self on this 40-minute live in the moment without even thinking about it than these other gurus and shaman will never ever give you in 30 years of preaching their nonsense on their rock with their little incense and changing their name to Wind River Wolf Warrior Moron, whatever they do. But hey, again, free will. If people want to listen to it, good luck. Just good luck staying stuck forever, because there's nothing to unstick you with listening to anything they say. And if any of you are gurus or shamans, I'm not here to offend you. I wish you all the success in the world. I really do. I tend to move through many Ds. Okay, we did that. True. And I tried to ride the crest when we are high. Yeah, I know, pulling on that thread of joy and riding that beam. I mean, that's the sweet spot. That's the glory. That's the promised land. And that's one of my intentions on any of my audios and meditations. If I can just get the listener to the sweet spot, to that promised land for a second or two, or 3 or 4 seconds, or 5 seconds. If I can just get them to experience that moment of sweetness, that's my goal. Whether you stay in it or live in it or continue to thrive through it, I mean, that's up to you, because you have free will, and it's not my job to want that more than you need to want that for yourself, and I don't. Remember, too, never lose a night's sleep over anyone for any reason, period. Because for what? For what? These are always interesting, these lives, because you never know what you're going to talk about. Because this is like the people's show. It's up to you all to engage the conversation, and that's what makes it fun. Otherwise, if I came live with what I wanted to talk about, it'd be more like a meeting, right? Or an event or a little seminar. This is like live in the moment type stuff. All right, let's do another question or two. I like to keep these under an hour. I don't like to make them too long. And, it's always fun. As soon as this is over, YouTube's going to show it to more people than it did when it was live. And then everyone's going to be commenting on all the questions, as I say, question, comment, observation. They're not going to be commenting back, this is pre-recorded. And then they're going to be like, well, why did it show it to me then? Why didn't it show it to me when you were live? When are you going to live again? And it creates all this chaos. But that's what it does. So be grateful that you're getting me in the moment here and not commenting when this is over. At least I can respond to you in real time. One of your meditation videos, I found myself on a helicopter full of men with tattoos, and then they said, you can't stay in this plane. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, Baby Blue. Was it Soar? I have a meditation. I actually pick you up in a helicopter called Soar. Were you listening to that one by any chance? Your videos are powerful. Yes, I do. There's things I do in my videos that no one else does. Number one, I set my intention in a way that no one else understands or even processes the depth that I go into. And secondly, when I create my audios and videos, I press record once. So it's one take, one shot. And what that allows you, the listener, to do, that allows you to ride the beam of emotional fruition and energetic fruition with me. So as I'm in the recording process expressing the intent of the audio, I'm pulling you along that beam with me. What 99.999% of other people do is they type it, they script it, they read each part 3 or 4 times, they rearrange it, and they try to create something technical to impress people. They want it to be technical. But every time you cut, like I press record once and go like this, so you're getting one line of energy that I'm pulling you on, right? If I cut that and edit and cut and redo and replace and shift and move, it's going like this. That line's going like this. So you never get this feeling. You're just going like this. That's why if you listen to most meditations from other people, a few minutes in, you're like, this sounds good, but it's boring. It's flat. It's not doing anything to me. It's not resonating with me in any way. I'm not connecting to it. It's because there's so many freaking cuts, so much thought and hope, wondering and wishing how to make it technically impressive. There's no energy for you to benefit from. And you can't benefit from it because there's no beam for you to ride. There's no rope for you to pull. There's nothing for you to hold on to ascend. Does that make sense? It should. And if you're listening and you make meditations, go back and listen to that again and try to emulate what I just said. Otherwise, you're just wasting everyone's time, including your own. Nobody cares about technically perfect. That's not it. It's not the answer. A friend of mine, he's in the music arena, and some of the composers and the music he has me listen to, they're technical masterpieces. They're brilliant, but they're flat. You listen to them and you're like, wow, that's really good, but there's no emotional fruition. There's no emotional movement. Then you listen to his compositions, and every one of his songs, he understands intention. He understands emotional direction. He understands the moment in creation, okay? And when you listen to his music, your mind, you virtually see movies. Like his music creates the movie to fit the emotion of the piece. And that's the difference. That's the same thing I do in the meditations. Yeah. No one does it. It goes right over their head. Right over their head. Remember, the theme of this today was focus on the fundamentals and master the basics. And you guys are definitely getting a free lesson in that, without question. I used to say to God, I wish I could just live in 3D. You can do whatever you want. I mean, remember, okay, so if you have a horse, every time you see a horse in a parade, what is the horse wearing to keep the horse focused on just walking in a straight line? What do they put on the horse's eyes to block out the distractions on left and right to startle or spook the horse, right? The blinders. They put the blinders on the horse. And when the blinders are on the horse can only see what's in front of it. If you take the blinders off, the horse can see and get spooked and distracted and can't focus. You put those blinders on, the horse will only go in a straight line. We're no different. Put the blinders on and focus on yourself. Put the blinders on and think about what you want for you. Put the blinders on and become who you want to become for you. Become the magnetic attraction that others want to be around. No need to try to impress anyone because it'll never happen. You can't please the world, so don't try. Don't waste a second. And remember, your emotions belong to you, and no one can make you feel bad unless you let them make you feel bad. Period. Wendela, Music Mastermind is back. It's its own channel now. All new artists, all new songs, all new categories. We have about, I think, 1,400 songs. Just type in Paul Santisi Music Mastermind. You'll find the new channel. Yeah, no, Mastermind's back. It's a little different now. I have a lot more creative over it, which is good for everyone. But yeah, it's back. Not the radio, it's its own YouTube channel. Recently it came back up. So check it out. Just Paul Santisi Music Mastermind YouTube. You'll see it. You'll see it, Wendela. I was just kidding. I want to stay at least in 5D. You stay whatever D you want, baby blue. Whatever works for you is what works for you. And when you're in whatever D you want to be in, then you'll pick up on other people in that dimension too. Anyone else? Divine Light, I can barely experience and handle 3D. Yeah, I know, huh? Anyone else? Question, comment, observation? Anyone? Want me to repeat anything I talked about? Want me to recap anything I touched on? Want me to re-say anything I said? Anybody know what city this is behind me? Anybody know? Anyone recognize what city that is? This is a famous backdrop. This is on a lot of legacy news and media and shows. They use that same image. All right, I'm gonna go listen to Soar. Yep, that's a good one. That's about 35 minutes long. Put on headphones if you can. That one's good with headphones. Yeah, I saw that, but I missed the old songs. No, Wendell, all the old songs are gone. All those agreements expired. You have to go to the individual artists for those. We all had agreements for a lot of that at the beginning. Yeah. No, all new songs, all new music. Is it New York or Boston? Is what? I can't. Oh, no. Neither. No. Anyone? Anybody want to guess what city that is? Anybody? Nope. Not San Francisco. You're close. You're a couple hours away. Let's see, San Francisco. A few hours away from San Francisco. Oregon? Nope. This in the background, that is the City of Angels. That is Los Angeles. And I have another backdrop over here. That's Miami. That one's really cool. Maybe I'll use that one next time. It's a nice city print of Miami. That one's fun. And then I have one of Boston, Faneuil Hall Marketplace, which was always a great place to visit growing up. The question was, what city is that in the background? Let's see, Wendela says, I made a playlist before with all the songs I could find, but not all of them. Yeah, Wendela, you got to go to each individual artist now. That original Mastermind channel was deleted a few years ago. Yeah. I don't know what part of LA, but that's just LA. That's all I know. That's Los Angeles. All right, guys. I'm going to tune out. An hour is a good. I don't want to make these too long. I'll come back next week. I was gonna say that the first time my mind got in the way. Oh, divine light, your mind. Gotta shut your mind off. Go listen to those short mindful meditations I have. They're like 5 minutes each. They're right on YouTube. Just type in Paul Santisi mindfulness. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. Listen to all of them. Reset yourself. And all right, everyone. I'm gonna get going. We're gonna keep this short. I'll be back next week, and keep being awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a notification. Can't hit the end button. All right, guys. You know I love you.